In this video, we will be discussing how to create an Android project. Here's Android Studio, and you just have to go to File, New Project. This window opens up. In this window, we will be deciding upon if we need an empty activity or any other activity. So, like I said, activity is one of the components in Android, and as we go ahead, we will actually discuss it at length. But for the time being, you can understand activity is a component that you require in any Android app, right? So empty activity, next. Here is the name of the application. So we will say demo app. Package name is basically a unique name that you have to provide to your application. So make sure it is unique. If you want this to be uploaded, this app to be uploaded on Google Play, in that case, this name has to be unique. A unique name which is not available on Google Play already, right? Save location. This is the location where you want to save this app in your system, and language is Java. There's another option that is Kotlin now available, but we will be discussing Java. Minimum API level. If you remember, we discussed in our previous video that your app has to be compatible with all the devices where you intend to use the app, right? So this is the option where you actually decide to which all devices you want your app to be compatible with. Like in my case, I want it to be compatible with Jelly Bean. You already know that Jelly Bean and all these names are basically the different versions of Android that have been available over the years. And here is Jelly Bean. And this also tells you your app will run on approximately 99.6% of devices. Now, if I want this to be increased further, then of course I have to go to the older versions, and as you can see now, this says it's going to run on 100% of devices. But this choice that you're going to make here has its own repercussions. If you choose something which is very old, like let's say gingerbread, then obviously in your development also you will have to make sure that all your components are actually they're working in gingerbread, and that is actually a difficult thing to make happen, because as you go to the older versions, you will find a lot of features were not available back then. So to make sure that everything keeps running in all the versions that were available up till now, it's actually a rather a difficult task to achieve, right? In fact, it's not a necessary thing. It's not going to give you much of returns in your development, right? So it's always good to choose Jelly Bean. In exceptional cases, you can go to older versions also. You also get a choice here, help me choose. So this help me choose button will tell you what all choices are available. Like we have chosen Jelly Bean. If you go to ice cream sandwich, then you get to achieve 100% of the percentage that is of Android users available, and that's how it goes, right? So this project will also support instant apps. If you are working on instant apps, we will discuss instant apps in future, but as of now we're not going to make any instant apps, so I'm not going to check this, and neither I'm going to do the Android X artifacts. I'll click on finish. So after we clicked on finish, we are here inside our Android Studio with the inside the app that we have created for ourselves. I'll go and increase the font size. If you can see, you click on file and then click on settings. That will give you a settings pop-up, and here we are, editor, font, and size we'll choose 15, or let's do it 16, right? Okay, as you can see, the sizes have increased, and here we are. This is the Java class, main activity.java, and there are some files which have already been imported. We will discuss these files as we go ahead. As of now, like I said, I'm assuming that you already know Java or any other object-oriented language. So here is the name of the class that we are going to work on, main activity. This is an extension, extends app compact activity. App compact activity is another another class which has already been there in the library of Android, which is available for us to use. This is a method, returns a void, and it's a protected method, right? This is super.onCreate. You need to call the main activities super class, which is compact activities on create method as well. Now these are a couple of things that you need to follow with. I mean, that's how the system has been designed. You need to call the onCreate method for the parent class also. Then we call the set content view method. The set content view method is nothing but a method that lets you provide the address of the XML file that is going to decide the layout of the app, right? So, or let's say the layout of the screen that this activity is taking care of, right? And like I said, this activity is going to take care of the file which is it's going to take care of the screen which is going to look like this, activity underscore main, right? So activity underscore main is an XML file which is available here. You can click on text here, and as you click on text, you can see the actual XML that is available for us to change if we want to. And here is the XML. These are several layouts are available in Android. Like here they have used constraint layout. There are a lot of other layouts which we will keep encountering as we go forward. And here is a text view. A text view is a widget that you can change to display any text on the screen. Like in this case, they have decided to display hello world, so we'll keep it like that only. And there are different parameters or attributes, as they call it, that you can change in this widget so that the appearance or the location of this widget can be changed, right? Now that's about it. This is the Java class and this is the XML file, and this set content view is a method that lets you give the path to this XML file, right? And just to show you this, which is very important, there are several folders which are available here. Like here it is res folder. This basically represents the R here represents the resource folder here, and there is r.layout. So layout is another folder here which is marked here, as you can see. And inside this layout folder we have activity underscore main. So if I double click this, my activity underscore main opens up. In the documentation also, this is what the Android team has shown. Like this is actually an older version of, this is how it used to look earlier, and this keeps on changing, so you need not worry. The method that I've told you is basically click on file and then pick up a new project, right? You choose a new project, next configure your package name, provide package name. If you want, you can click on Android X artifacts. We have not discussed this, so I will not talk about it as of now. They have used another theme, so that's why their screens are black. Similarly, you have the same project structure here, and you have different files here, activity underscore main, a manifest file. I don't want to miss out on manifest file, it's important. A manifest file is basically a file, and another XML file which has entire information, complete information of what all is there in your app and what all features your app can have, right? So we will not discuss this at length right now, because we will discuss this as and when required, but I wanted you to introduce to manifest file. See you in the next video.